Hello, language explorers. It's me, Anne, from Walk a Day English, where we provide daily walk themes combined with English language learning. If you are new to Wade, check out our welcome video to see how it all works. Today we're visiting a pollinator garden on 2 different days to see how gardens support pollinators like bees and butterflies. And I'll show you how to use comparatives to talk about your experiences and observations. This lesson will help you build nature vocabulary, speak more fluently, and describe changes you notice in your environment. Let's begin with some important vocabulary for pollinator gardens. Here are some useful words. A pollinator is an animal like a bee or a butterfly that carries pollen from one flower to another. In my picture, you'll see the bee, and if you look closely, you'll see on its body is some pollen. Bees are important pollinators in the garden. Beneficial. This means it's helpful for the garden or the environment. So the ladybugs in this picture are beneficial insects because they eat pests. Pests in this case would be other small insects. So they protect my yellow flowers here by eating other insects. They are beneficial. Habitat, the natural home of a plant or animal. So gardens provide habitat for many insects. A native plant. A native plant is one that grows naturally in a region. This picture here is of a milkweed. It is a native to my space of Canada, and native plants attract more local pollinators. To bloom, when a flower opens. The garden looks more beautiful when the flowers bloom. A petal. This is the colorful part of a flower. In this case, this flower has light purple petals. Pollen is a yellowish powder that plants use to reproduce. Some people have allergies to pollen in the air. Nectar. Nectar is a sweet liquid in flowers that attracts the pollinators. So bees drink nectar from the blossoms. A stamen. This is the male part of a flower that makes pollen. In this case, you can see in the flower, there are the little stems with the yellow tops. The stamen is easy to see in this flower. And the pistil. This is the female part of the flower that receives the pollen. The pistil is in the center of the flower. As you walk, look for your own new words. Maybe you'll spot a new flower or notice a different insect. If you don't know the English word, translate it, add it to your journal. Using real experiences makes vocabulary stick, and writing about what you see helps you remember and use new vocabulary. Don't worry if you miss a word. Every step is progress. Now, let's take a look at comparatives. These are words we use to compare two things or two experiences. So for short adjectives, we're simply going to add ER. Today is warmer than yesterday. If the adjective is a little bit longer, we're going to use more. So the garden is more colorful in July than in June. If the adjective ends in a Y, we're going to change the Y to an I and add ER. So busy, the bees are busier in the morning. And our last spelling pattern today is for adverbs. So we're going to use more or less, even if it ends in Y. So the bees are flying more quickly today. Try making your own comparisons about your walk. Did you see more bees? Or was it quieter than before? Share your examples in the comments. You can download today's PDF guide linked in the description. All the information and some journaling questions are there to guide you through today's walk and journal entry. Before we take a look at my journal entry, where I talk about my walk to the pollinator garden twice, this is the part of the video where I encourage you to practice your speaking by shadowing what I say. If you are new to shadowing, check out my welcome video. Shadowing means listening to my sentences and repeating them out loud, copying my pronunciation and intonation. Give it a try. It's a powerful way to improve your fluency. Let's go. The first time I saw this pollinator garden, it was April. It was still cold and nothing was growing. It was cloudy and rainy. I thought this garden would be great for a comparison walk once summer hit. It would be alive with pollinators and color. At the moment, the only color here was from the information signs. From this sign, I learned that I can help pollinators by planting native plants, leaving my garden a bit messy, and by providing water. When I came back, I was happy to see the signs were the same and that no one had damaged or tagged them. My second trip to the garden in July was not what I expected. Although it was greener, there were very few flowers and pollinators to be seen. I thought the plants would have grown bigger and that some would be blooming. The garden was planted in 2024, so maybe it needs more time to grow bigger and better. It was a sunnier and much warmer day. The garden had benches, but there was no shade. I suppose I could have taken more time to look closely for smaller pollinators. Next time I will walk through more slowly. From this sign, I learned that there are over 350 kinds of bees in Ontario, and that they do not live in hives like honeybees. It was prettier the second time I visited. The trees were full of leaves. You can barely see the houses now. The meadow in the background was also in full bloom. It was started in 2018 and has some amazing native plants. Some are taller than me. Maybe I should come back here in the fall to compare again. Because it was hotter, I didn't see any birds here this morning. From this sign, I learned that native gardens like this and the meadow support migrating birds in the spring and fall. Overall, I liked this garden because the design and the signs made you take a look. You walked more slowly and learned a few things along the way. Over time, the plants will become more mature and attract the pollinators more efficiently. With some shaded benches, more people will enjoy this space. Now it's your turn. Head out for your own walk. Notice how your environment changes and use comparatives and pollinator vocabulary to describe what you see. Write about your experience in your journal. And remember, every walk is a new opportunity to grow your English. Keep exploring. If you would like to get personalized feedback on your journal entry, become a WADE member by signing up on our website. Take a look at the next video for another great Walk-A-Day English language adventure. If you like this video and would like to see more, please click on the subscribe button. Until our next walk, stay safe and go explore your space, one word at a time.